I want to talk about ultra rare God cards because as a kid and as a young adult collecting Yu-Gi-Oh, the secret rares were really where it was at. It was all about these guys. Normally GBI secret rares. This one is a YMA, and for us we call them a prismatic. It's not a secret for us, but in Japan this type of foiling is just their secret rare, and you can see it here. And this one's got a case, so it's kind of affecting the holo. Anyways, so what I really want to talk about is these legendary collection reprints here. So on the left, I have a legendary collection, which would have been the first legendary collection release. And I know that because it doesn't have the 2020 on the bottom here. It just says the 1996 and cannot be used in a duel. And it also has the limited edition. That's kind of how I know it's not from the... It's one of the ways you could tell that it's not from the original set, like this one. This one is from the original set. It is the GBI... My camera's killing me here. The GBI Ultra Rare. So I just kind of wanted to go over some of the differences that I can see clearly from the original Legendary Collection Ultra Rares and the newer 25th anniversary ones. And the first thing that I notice is like a saturation, and you can see it around the edges here. The latest 25th anniversary, it's just super dark. It's dark around the edges, but also the character is darker. Just totally saturated. It's not as light as the originals, and this was the original Legendary Collection one. So already I'm a fan of more of the original style just because it's less saturated. I also noticed on a lot of the newer cards, they have this coppery look to the text. It's not as gold. That original Legendary Collection has more of the gold effect there. And it doesn't have the hollowed out stars and the hollowed, is that an attribute symbol, if that's what that's called? Some people like that look of the hollow, and you might. It can be kind of menacing on a Obelisk the Tormentor. But I want to get a little further into what I've noticed here on these God cards. Because the gold standard, it was that one that we weren't chasing before, right? It was just the GBI Ultra Rare. Nobody cared about it because we all cared about the secret rares, rightfully so, or the prismatic rares, rightfully so though, because those prismatic ones are awesome, right? So here's a prismatic version compared to the ultra rare, and you can see why the prismatic ones drew all of our attention. Well, now these ultra rares are going up in value, or they're going up in what they're being charged for. But I wanted to tell you why these ultra rare cards are super high quality. And you can notice when I do it against the light here, it has a glossiness about it. Like you can see the glossiness in the center, this black part here, his stomach. But a lot of the card is glossy, and you can tell where they separated the printing process here, because they put down a layer of white ink, I believe, and that kind of acts as the backing for this description box and the star area and the name, and then they leave the white off where this hollow area is around this background, but then they put the white background or the white underneath for Slifer the Sky Dragon himself. So you can see that glossiness. This glossiness is lost on the future cards here. So the first legendary collection they come out with, if you notice when the light's on it, you see almost no separation of the actual Slifer the Sky Dragon from the description box. You don't see any glosses in comparison to this original GBI Ultra Rare. You see all the glossiness on the card? It just makes me feel like this had more of a premium multi-step process into making it. And that's what gives it that just really crisp effect here. So it has more glossiness to it. This one's kind of more matte all around the entire card, but at least it still has the gold lettering, right? And now you further compare that, and we'll show the latest 25th anniversary compared to that original GBI. And you can see all the differences. Now this one, it does have kind of a separation between the background holo and the description box. It's not just straight matte. You can see they've kind of matted out Slifer himself, matted out the box, and then you have the holo kind of. But still not that glossy effect. Still super oversaturated in all the areas. You see how much lighter this is? Not just the red on the card, but like the red on the Slifer too. This one is super saturated. You might be into that. I think this has more of a premium feel, especially just with the lighter gray edges. These like dark blue, dark black edges they just look super printed. The paper is cheaper, it's thinner. You can tell when you feel the cards, the difference. And I was trying to see if for these ones, you're not going to be able to tell, but how they kind of feel. They both kind of feel thin. It's hard to tell if one or the other of these Legendary Collection cards is thinner. They're just not, they're not this, right? This has extra layers in it. Like I can feel it. The cardboard thickness is there. So my theory about these Legendary Collection 1 cards, I just wanted to see if the card quality was still there, but you can see the card quality is starting to go down in this version already. It might be a little firmer card, might have a little more thickness to it than the latest, and a little less saturation than the latest, and it's got the gold writing, but it doesn't have the glossiness about it. It's not quite as thick as the original, and it is getting some additional saturation. And I think they're doing that additional saturation maybe because they're using less white underlayers in the card before they print the actual image, the actual pictures on the card. So I think they're trying to cover that up maybe with extra saturation. That is my only guess. If you have an opinion or a guess as to what they're doing, leave it in the comments. And if you've made it this far, please give me a like and subscribe. I'll continue to do this stuff. I'm moving to Japan, so hopefully one day I'll get more of an insight into how they do all this stuff, how they print them. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.